You know why you clicked on this video. You want to see how bad the Denver Broncos are this season.
Will
Listen
Broncos
up.
country ride this year? Who knows? I know one thing's for certain, though.
They won't.
They won't. Week one at Lumen Field. We've seen this matchup before.
Yeah, if you want to go watch that video, go watch that video. Watch the Seahawks video.
I was more talking in the Super Bowl, but that too. Go watch the Seahawks video. It's a great video. I'm a Seahawks fan, so no glazing was done there at all. Anyways, short and sweet. Seahawks should just kill the Broncos. I mean, Seahawks offense is kind of insane. I mean, yeah, DK. I've been seeing stuff. People saying like, "Oh, DK's gonna get pressed by Justin Simmons or Surtain." By Surtain, by Patrick Surtain. He's gonna press. Okay, we'll just pass to one of our other two wide receiver ones. We have an elite wide receiver core, decent tight ends, two pretty good running backs. Geno Smith is just
He said we'll keep it short and sweet, but I think that.
Sorry, I had to glaze a little bit. They get a loss here. A team that's looking rough this year, though.
Yeah, the Steelers. Which the Steelers quarterback situation is looking awful.
But sadly, somehow.
You can argue Bo Nix looked good in the preseason, but the preseason really doesn't matter in the long run.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that as a Bears fan, so trust me, I know.
Yeah. Caleb Williams is winning MVP.
Not to brag, but we went 4-0 in the preseason. All right.
Yeah. We're talking about the Steelers, and we ended up on the Bears. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, do you want to tell them what's going to happen here?
Are going to win against the Broncos.
Oh, yeah. And their schedule gets no easier because they got to go play the Bucs next.
Yeah.
In Tampa.
Like, really good.
Super good.
I love the Bucs, and I love Baker Mayfield, and I'm hyped to watch him play this season.
Mm-hmm.
And in week 3, he's going to go out there and he's going to beat the Denver Broncos.
Sure is. It doesn't get any easier for the Broncos at all because they got to go play the Jets in New York, which.
Now, the Broncos defense looks okay. I mean, like, you can argue that the only person they have that looks decent is Patrick Surtain on their defense, but the Jets are just a better all-around team.
Yeah,
if you look at them, they have Quinnen Williams, they have Sauce Gardner, they have Aaron Rodgers, they have Garrett Wilson,
Breece Hall, Mike Williams, Hassan Reddick if he decides to play.
Yeah,
they have a good team, and this is going to be up against a very, very still fresh Bo Nix, and he's probably just going to get killed.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So obviously we had to give the Jets the win, giving the Broncos their 4th loss. Now again, they got to play a divisional opponent now, but they are in the division with the Raiders, and the Raiders, in my opinion, look very good this year. Not very good, but look like within the next 3 years they could be good.
They look decent, I will say that. And I think that the Raiders have a better offense.
They do.
And, I mean, if you really look at it, the only offense that the Broncos have is Cortland Sutton.
And Javonte Williams, he's decent too. But then you compare that to Zamir White and Devontae Adams, and you don't have a comparison anymore.
Yeah.
Because Devontae Adams is probably a top 20 receiver of all time, top 30. That might be.
I would say even top 10 probably.
Yeah. Top 15 maybe. But still, he looks great. He's
I don't know who he'd put over. I don't know who else he'd put over.
Jake Bobo. So. Yeah, Raiders are good. We'll have to give them the win, giving the Broncos a loss.
Yep.
But as if God himself came down and blessed the Broncos being in a division with the team this year, he gave them the Chargers.
You love that line,
I do. I've used that line a lot, but you don't know which video it is because you got to go watch those.
Yeah, the Chargers look awful, but Brody, this was inevitable because the Chargers are in.
I said that. I said division, not game.
I know, but that wouldn't be like, oh yeah, wow, we blessed you with this game. You were guaranteed to have this game anyways. But
I said,
I'm sorry, I had to go on some Brody hate.
It's all right. That segment will be more often.
Yeah, they're
rough.
Yeah, the Chargers look awful, honestly, in my opinion. I don't think that they look amazing.
It's like they're too young and just too lacking in too many positions.
The only way I can see them getting more than 3 wins this season is if their defense pulls it together.
Yeah.
Because they didn't last year. And they have, like, plenty of big names on their defense. Like, there's no reason they can't. But
and if
so.
Jay Herbo stays healthy and has a season 2, who knows? But
exactly.
Where we're looking at it now, Chargers should still come out and win this game.
Well, the Broncos
win this game. My mistake. Then they're gonna play the Saints in New Orleans next.
Yep.
Saints.
They're
rough.
They're rough, but
we might have been like, they're not good, but they're almost. It's weird because they almost always do okay.
Yeah, but they have a hard schedule, so I'm not gonna. But this is not a hard game, and that's why the Broncos are gonna lose.
Yeah.
That's just all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. You got to go watch the Saints video if you want to hear about that.
Exactly.
Next game though is, last year we had the Bears game against the Panthers. That was the Shitter Bowl. That's what we got right here. And I mean, Broncos Panthers. Holy moly! Talk about a game.
Is this primetime?
I don't think.
It better not be primetime.
It better not be.
Bears Panthers game was primetime. That was awful. I felt bad for everybody watching. I'm a Bears fan.
Yeah, that was rough. Yeah, this game should be even more rough. But seeing as the Panthers actually just look so rough this year, like they don't look good. I mean, Bryce Young does have some targets now with Xavier Legette, who could be decent.
And then they also have Jonathan Mingo. So.
And and Deontay Johnson. They have decent, better people now.
Yeah.
But their defense still doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Name one player on their defense.
They got rid of Brian Burns, so it's like, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
You're literally like, okay, so what the Panthers have been doing like these past couple of years is they go out and they achieve like one position. They're like, okay, I need to fix this position. So then they do, but they literally sacrifice another position for that, which just creates a circle of being bad. Like, if you don't have decent players at every position, then you're not going to be a good team.
And for that reason, we had to give the Broncos the win here. These both are teams that have no defenses for the most part, or very bad defenses. But the Broncos defense is better. So for that reason.
And from now on, we're looking at a grim schedule.
And we're gonna keep this kind of quick too, because we're running long. This is already 8.5 minutes.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah. So Ravens, we're not even gonna say anything here. Do we need to?
No, they're just gonna. The Broncos are just gonna lose. The Ravens are better in every aspect.
Yeah, and then they gotta go play the Super Bowl champions this time at Arrowhead. Do we need to say anything?
It's the same situation. Better in every aspect.
Sure. Then they play the Falcons. Falcons look great this year. They have a lot of. Their defense is insane.
Bijan Robinson's actually carries this year.
Yeah.
So it's looking good for the Falcons. I think they win this easily.
Yep. And we already talked up the Raiders earlier. This one's in Las Vegas. I mean.
Now I think that either one of the Raiders games could.
It could go. Yeah, they could. It could. They're toss-ups just because they're divisional. So who knows? And Raiders are. Yeah. Raiders are good though against divisional opponents. But yeah, for that reason, we had to go and give the Raiders the win again. And then they go and play the Browns. This one in Denver.
When you have a rookie QB and one good wide receiver, playing a defense like the Cleveland Browns defense is not going to be easy, and they're just going to go out there and lose.
Yeah, Browns are really good. Honest, like they're very slept on, highly slept on.
And I don't care if Deshaun Watson's their QB. Deshaun Watson, all he has to do is just throw to Amari Cooper or
if he can play good,
everybody, Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, it all comes down to him. If he plays good, they'll be good. And even they have Jameis Winston as their backup, and He's also decent.
He's okay.
Yeah.
He's not who I would want as a starter.
Hey, but guess what other first round quarterback or first overall pick quarterback came out last year and decided to ball out? Just saying, it could happen. Who knows? But yeah, that's where their bye week comes in. Week 14, very late bye week. Very awful record. It's not. If you're a Broncos fan,
it does not get any better from here. I feel bad, but
yeah, you lost Mr.
really
Unlimited.
But Mr. Very Limited. Okay.
Yeah. If you wanna see what any other team did, feel free to go watch those videos after this one. We'd appreciate it a lot. If you like, comment, or subscribe, we'll love you till the day you die if you do. I mean, great content.
Plenty of good videos on our channel. Just go watch them.
Yep. And next one is the Colts. Colts are looking, honestly, I think they look decent this year. I think they look like in 2 years they're going to be a contender.
Yeah,
if they stay healthy.
Yeah.
He could be like a Lamar Jackson level guy, but he could also he could be like Fields. It could go probably because he's a pretty rushing heavy quarterback.
Yes, he is.
So
that's why he got
hurt because he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Yep. But even then, we got to give the Colts the win.
Yep.
Now this one is one of their 2 toss-ups. And that was against the Chargers. This one being the away game, I guess. I guess. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think that they're on like the same level of skill.
Yeah.
So the Chargers are gonna take the home game.
They sure are. And this next team is honestly, in my opinion, looking like they're still Super Bowl contenders if their quarterback stays healthy, and that's the Bengals.
Yeah.
This one's in Cincinnati, so.
I think it's gonna be a tough game for the Broncos. They're just not looking good.
Not at all.
Let's just be honest. The Bengals are gonna beat the Broncos here.
They'll beat the Broncos pretty easily. And this last one, do we even need to explain what's going to happen here? To be fair, if the Chiefs do come in at the number 1 seed, they could play their backups, which I made this excuse for a lot of, like, when they play the Ravens or, well, maybe. I don't know. You got to go watch that video. But whenever they play a good team at the end, you always got to factor in the fact that they could be playing their backup guys so their starters don't get hurt. But even then, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So we gotta give the Chiefs the win here, making the Broncos finish their season 2-15.
Yeah,
what a record.
Pretty rough season, but
yeah,
I
very
think
rough season.
It's foreseeable.
Yeah, a couple of these are toss-ups, like
the Raiders,
the Colts and the Raiders. That's it. Honestly,
the Steelers might be a toss-up game.
Honestly, the Panthers could potentially go either way. Same with both the Chargers.
Yeah, so I think the Broncos' ceiling is like 5 wins.
Yeah, it's not. They have a really hard schedule.
It could be honestly 0 wins.
It could be, very well.
Yeah, we won't. I guess we'll just have to see when week 17 comes or week 18 comes around and all the games are done.
Yep. See if we were right or not. But. If you liked what you watched, subscribe, comment, like, share,
all the above.
Turn on notifications. Only 20% of our subscribers. I don't know. I'm kidding. I don't know the number off the top of my head. But if you like what you watched, do all that, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yep.
Later.